And then in the second month, I didn't touch my salary. I just lived off the profits. And that was when I started
Getting going.
because the more money you have on the platform, the more money you can make.
Yeah.
Welcome back everyone to the Quick Trader channel. I'm with Keenan and Tols, and today we'll be discussing P2P trading full-time versus part-time.
I want to start this off by saying, obviously, Quick Trader is giving you the opportunity to work either full or part-time on this project. You stated earlier on that you specifically work a day job and then you obviously have part-time P2P, right? So the benefits of working full versus part-time on P2P, I think it's very important. I can start off with my own personal story.
Yeah.
When I started this whole P2P journey, I didn't have the money, first of all. That was I think that's
This is why we're doing this.
100%. We all had the same thing in common, you know. And it was difficult getting started because it was like, where am I actually going to find the money to fund this, right?
Yeah.
So I was lucky enough to be part of a mentorship program, and I got $50 given to me, which at the time equated to like $900, $950 odd. And I was still working my day job, which at the time I was in a restaurant, I was bartending, and I was weighing tables, and I had a side hustle as well. I was running 3 things at once already, which was so stressful for me. I was working in a bakery during the day, and then I was also in between that, when I didn't have to be in, I was working a restaurant, I was weighing tables, and I was bartending in the evening. So, you know, for me to decide where to fit this in was so stressful. I started off just in between shifts, you know, when I had my free time, I'd give this a go and I'd have my offers up and stuff, and then I would switch it off when I'm working. But it got to a stage where I was like, you know, I'd be looking after a section of 5 tables, and I was getting trades coming in.
Your phone just like starts vibrating.
Starts buzzing there, and
You are vibrating.
I was vibrating as well. My brain was going, "Yeah." Like shit, I'm ready to go, you know. So I'd get my phone on vibrate, and I'd feel voot, voot, you know. And I'm like, okay, damn, I need to go check this. So I'd run to my manager and be like, yo, I'm not feeling like it. I need like 5 or 10 minutes just to stand off. Can you ask one of the other waiters to watch my section, right? And I'd probably sit for like 10 minutes because, you know, I'm waiting for this POP now, and I've sent all my details through. And that started snowballing. It became a thing of like, okay, I'm gonna make more in this trade than probably what the table's gonna leave me as a tip, you know, which is crazy because I was thinking to myself, at the time I was making really decent tips as well. It wasn't like small time tips, but at the same time, the trades were faster money, you know. It was like within 10 or 15 minutes, my trade's done. I still have to look after this table for an hour or 2 and then hope that my service has been good enough. So juggling the 2, I would say P2P was definitely part-time in the beginning, you know, but as I started to make more income and I started to see, okay, wow, like in a night I would compare at the end of the evening, I got $800 in tips, but at the end of the day I'd actually made $900 from my P2P on the side as well, you know. And I'd look at my phone with eyes like this, you know, just, yo, okay, wow. So I started to kind of neglect my main job because it was like, is this really worth me being here for 8 hours or 9 hours for a shift, or sometimes double shifts, and I'm only walking away with maybe a quarter or half of what P2P brought. So it became a thing of, you know what, I specifically drew the line when I made my monthly salary in a day. That was crazy for me.
I was like, okay, I'm cool.
I
Decision
looked
made.
at the payments, full on. I looked at the payment and I went, okay, I need to make a decision now. And I literally just walked into my boss's office at the restaurant, and I looked at my manager and I said, listen, bro, I'm sorry, but yeah, you're not gonna see me anymore.
Yeah.
And it turned from a part-time thing into a full-time thing.
That's amazing. That's kind of like something that I have also just been trying to juggle now as well. Is kind of trying to understand the part-time of it, and then to have a normal day-to-day job. So for me as well, I was also waitressing, and my mentor had said to me, listen, you need to decide what you want to do. Do you want to focus full-time and make that money? Because where I was, technically I was making more money trading than what I was making waitressing. So I kind of needed to decide you can't actually neglect your job too much, because I mean you at least were able to decide and confirm.
I still neglected it, but I mean I'm not telling you guys to do that, but that's just the circumstances that put you in.
And it's really important because we hope that you are enjoying your full-time job or your part-time job, and it's really like a blessing if you can kind of do it on top of the job that you enjoy, to then have it as an extra side hustle. And I know that Vicky will definitely be able to touch on that with having a day job and being able to trade.
Yeah. So my strategy going in, I also didn't have. So I had a full-time. I have a full-time job. Started out having a full-time job. However, I will say I was living from paycheck to paycheck. I was covering my bills, but I wasn't living. And
in
so
the rat race almost.
Yes. And so this was gonna be my little side hustle, making extra cash on the side. Starting out, I didn't have much. I started with 1,000 rand. My mentor was so good to me. Gave me 1,000 rand, and then another 1,000 rand a week later, which I had to pay back at the end of the month, which I could do so easily. So my strategy going in was starting with what I've got, which let's say 3,000 rand, which is not a lot if you're looking at setting your trade offers from like 500 rand to 1,000 rand. Those trades are coming in very quickly. Your turnaround time has to be very quick. So it was literally getting trades, money coming in, putting it back into the platform so that you could do more trades. But as I keep mentioning, my strategy was to work with what I've got, and then knowing that at the end of this month I was going to get a salary. And so what I did was, at the beginning I was living off my profits, trying to hold what I've got, and then by the end of the month when I got my salary, I could pump
some
more money into my
wow.
trading. And that was how I built. And then in the second month I didn't touch my salary. I just lived off the profits. And that was when I started
getting going.
Because the more money you have on the platform, the more money you can make.
Yeah, and the higher trades that you can put up.
Because you can put up much bigger offers.
And so now I'm just like, the salary is like something that I don't touch. And I've got this extra money coming in.
So you basically made it work. 100%.
That's how I built, and that's how I was able to put more money into the trading. So having that part-time job, full-time job, it's stressful because you have to spend a lot of time building as well as concentrating on your full-time job. But that money that's coming in can really boost you, and that's when you can actually leave your full-time job even quicker.
If you want to do so, and it gives you some discipline as well. I'm sure you need to juggle it correctly. Don't be a Keenan and neglect your main job, but I think it's important to have, it's a great story.
High risk, high reward.
There we go.
So it's all up to you, and if you are going to take that big risk of letting go of your job, make sure that you are well prepared for what you need to do. Put in the time, put in the effort. It's going to pay off at the end of the day.
That's amazing. Thanks so much, Vicky. So guys, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining us on Quick Trader. We also have our launch party coming up, which is really, really exciting. We have workshops, we're all going to be there. We're going to be giving you guys information just on everything, on how to start up P2P, all of the trading advice that we can give you. It's happening on the 16th, 17th, and 18th,
Yep.
running from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock. And then we will also have the launch party afterwards, which is super exciting too.
Little after party, come chat with us, get to know us.
definitely.
Yeah.
Please subscribe, hit the bell, and we look forward to giving you guys more information and more knowledge just on the trading.